Sorry about that. Little distraction from the people upstairs. Like, I feel like we're in that horror movie, The People Under the Stairs.
Chuds.
Anyway, go ahead. You're driving. They want to go back to the hotel. Go.
So the bachelorette gets in my car, and I think it was her and maybe one other guy and some other girl. We're driving back to the hotel because all these guys want is ass.
Right.
And I'm married, and I'm like, oh, shit.
This is bad.
Right.
So we get back to the hotel. It's going to get worse.
Perfect. I love it.
So we get back to the hotel, park in the parking garage. On the way there, she says, you know what they say, what happens in Louisville stays in Louisville. And I was like, oh, shit. So we get out of the car.
It is true, though.
What?
It's true. What happens in this basement staying in this basement?
Until people listen to it.
No, it's not.
Hey, there's only 14 people listening to this. Stank.
So we get to the parking garage, and everybody scatters. And she gets out and drops trowel in the parking garage and takes a piss, pulls her pants up, and by this time, everybody is in the hotel or the casino. And she was like, let's get a drink. I can't find any of my friends. I'm looking for somebody to save me.
You're trying to do the right thing.
And all of a sudden, she was like, well, let's just go up to your room. And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, it's fine. I'll just put you to bed and I'll leave. Go up there, but on the way up on the escalator, I pass the entire hockey team with the entire bachelorette party. Bachelorette party coming downstairs. And they all were shaking their head. And I was like, dude, fuck off. Like, fuck all you guys. You know I'm married. I'm the first guy to be married in the crew to my high school sweetheart. So I go up and she gets in bed. I stay above the covers. I turn a war movie on and she falls asleep. Perfect. Well, all of the guys come back about 3 hours later. This is 4 in the morning, 4:30, and I have to drive back. And so does the other guy. He was in the other room. We had adjoining rooms, which was a nightmare. And so everybody, there's guys that are like, I don't know, fornicating with women on the floor, and they're making fun of me. And I was like, dude, fuck all you guys.
Well,
like, I didn't do anything. So
I'm proud of you.
We drive back, or I drive back and get back home. So for the next week, my friends start making fun of me about, hey, so-and-so hooked up with somebody and they're bringing the bridal party to the wedding. And I was like, you can't fucking do that because my wife is going to be there at the wedding. Like, that's not okay.
Right.
And they started making jokes about, well, she's not getting married anymore. She fell in love with you. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Shit Lake.
So I'm worried as hell. I'm nervous as hell because my ex-wife was a little jealous at the time. And so we get to the church, and we're going to change into our tuxes. And so we go into the basement of this church. It's off of Bluff Road. And we go to the basement, and there is a sign or a poster in the preschool. I don't know if preschool or first grade, whatever it was. There's a poster, and it's got a skunk on it. And it says, if it's not sincere, truthful, innocent, nice, and kind, it stinks. And my sarcastic ass buddy who plays hockey looked at it and read it, and he looked at me and he goes, hey, that's you. It stinks. And that has stuck with me.
Well, you didn't do anything, right?
No, I didn't do anything. But it stuck with me because everybody has called me stink for like 20 years. It's just,
I could smell you when you walked in. I didn't want to say anything.
I smelled good.
I didn't know that was your soul.
It is.
Now looking back at that story, now knowing what you know now, don't you wish you would have just
One hand on the wheel and spirit fingers, or whatever.
Like with the Bachelorette. I mean, looking back, you're like, man, you did the right thing. I'm proud of you. It was that 1 year Catholic school education.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. And your audience is not going to know this. And give me 1 second, but
he's looking at pictures of the bride. Is she still married?
Is it right?
No, I'm looking at last night.
Oh,
I'm joking.
video.
I'm joking. No.
Oh, shit.
You know.
Oh, God.
You know who that is.
I do know who that is.
They had a 23-hour conversation.
What? Last night?
Okay. No. Long time ago.
Right.
Like 2-3 years ago.
Holy shit. What the? Why would she reach out to you?
Why not? Look at him. He's a good-looking guy.
No,
I'm struggling to keep my shirt on now. Yeah, perfect.
She's outside she's
I like
not
it.
real healthy now. I mean, are you still talking to her?
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Yeah, she's had some issues. I feel bad. I always liked her. I mean,
I know the issues.
There's some shit there.
Yeah.
And then, that's a treasure trove of shit.
Why do you think I'm here?
Okay, I know. I'm loving it. You guys should probably get married. You two probably have a lot in common. A lot of same scenario shit.
So that was Kentucky in the loss. After I got divorced, my ex was a shithead.
Which ex? I mean, you're lining them up here, Chief. So
ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Oh, the
you only got
ex-wife.
the one. Come on, man.
Oh, he's
Get with the story.
The original story's about the exit.
I don't care.
Okay,
We're talking.
I'm trying to figure. Hey, man, I just want to make sure I'm with the same ex. Here.
Yeah.
Look, we
Don't
have to
confuse.
work up to that ex.
Right.
There's like 15 others.
Oh, this is
Right. We got time.
My bad. I am sorry, folks, for jumping in there. I thought I missed a couple. I missed a chapter or two.
Don't skip ahead.
I'm sorry. Hey, foreshadowing.
That's right.
It is foreshadowing.
This is Whitaker.
So, anyway, we got divorced. I was the breadwinner originally, and she got into real estate, and all of a sudden started eclipsing me. I worked for a pharmaceutical company here for 15 years,
Right.
and at the time of divorce, she had started making twice as much as I did, and it was a brutal divorce because when I asked for the separation, I didn't stay faithful at that time, I guess emotionally.
Right.
I started talking to somebody else that I was bowling with.
Bowling.
Yeah, bowling.
Hey, it has ended marriages.
Nerds.
It has, and it helps fast.
Yes, it helps.
If it's not
Bowling helps.
Fucking nerds, dude. Hey, do you guys need to use the bathroom together?
Facts are facts,
Hey,
son.
there's Vaseline in there so you
Right.
get your hands in and out of the
Right.
holes.
Can we keep the headphones and mic
Right.
codes?
Hey, we've got mics you can take with you. Nobody wants to hear that.
Make it uncomfortable.
Let me get the kids out of the house.
Everybody in the backyard.
Everybody go to my sister's. Hit it.
So anyway, I ended up dating a girl, and through the divorce, she said that she would never take my 401k because she didn't have one. She made literally the last time that I saw her in that house, she made 3 times what I did.
Ugh. And then she took it anyway.
And then in court, she took half my 401k, and I was paying for her to live in that house. That's a Center Grove neighborhood.
So, is that because when you file for separation, everything stops? It doesn't matter at that point. That's that has to be because I mean, if not, You should have been able to fight that.
But, well, I had a buddy who's an anesthesiologist, and I asked if I could stay with him, and his deal was $750 a month in a $3 million house. Pool, okay. And that included food and booze. So
single? Was he single?
He had a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd been banging him indefinitely.
Yeah, I don't
he's now married to that same person, but it was a very, very good deal.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Like we would take like a half day off and go lay in the pool. Like me and another buddy, we'd be floating in the pool. He'd come home from.
Go ahead, I'm listening. No judgment.
Well, because my buddy actually lived there too.
Oh shit! It was like a frat house. It's like a $3 million frat house.
It was.
Sweet.
Three pinball machines.
What?
2 skee ball machines.
God, I thought my buddies had it made when I was single and they were shacking with me.
No,
I'm like, man, these guys got it made. My house was $125,000.
Right.
He had a $70,000 jade ship in the basement.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
damn.
Nicest guy too. It's super, super nice guy. But so I didn't even know him at the time.
Okay.
I just had been over there a couple of times, and I knew that one of the other guys that I knew lived there, and I asked him. I was like, "Hey, do you think Chad?" I said his name.
That's dude. Nobody know who the fuck that is.
They probably will.
That's his nickname.
Right.
I was like, "Hey, do you think he would give me the same deal?" And he was like, "Well, just call him." I was like, "I don't have his number."
I know him so well. I don't have his number, but I'm asking him to stay at his house.
So the guy sent me his number, and I texted him, and he was like, "Yeah, give me a call." And I called him, and I was like, "Hey, I'm kind of going through something." And he goes, "I heard." I said, "Do you think I can crash there for a little bit?" And he was like, "Yeah, just bring your shit over." I was like, "Cool." So I lived there.
That's when you started experimenting?
No.
He worked his mojo on him just like he did the Bachelorette.
You are
one short car ride,
stinky,
and I'm in.
I'm a real good texter.
It was a 7-minute car ride, so
Right.
To kind of taper that story short, I ended up moving in there and absolutely having a blast. Started dating the girl that was a bowler, and that I ended up dating her enough to where I got tired of doing the triangle from my buddy's house in Center Grove to downtown to back to his house, back to the girl I was dating in Franklin Township. Then get up, go to downtown. I was just doing a triangle, and she'd gotten divorced. So, but she couldn't afford the house. So I ended up going in on the house with her.
Oh, God.
Yes. No.
You're a boatload of great
Why didn't
decisions.
you say yes? That's just an asshole.
What? It's what I would have done.
You too.
What? I'm in perfect agreement.
I'm sure you did.
No, I absolutely 100%. I would have said, "Yep, I'm in."
Time, gas money.
So that's why I say yes. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm saying that's what I would do.
I did.
You're right. Perfect.
She was 6 years older than I was.
Even better.
Depressed.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Reading murder novels.
This is right up your alley.
Oh my God. She is right in my wheelhouse.
Kyle, did you date her too?
No, not if she's a bowler.
She's a bowler.
Yeah.
That's how I met her. So
I'd laugh if I knew her.
you
might. She knows you.
Probably.
Hey, guy, I'm going to tell you what, everybody out there, there's nothing more exciting than hanging out with a couple of bowlers.
You don't know.
Don't spill your beer. That's all I know about bowling.
You don't know. There's like 10 minutes in between shots.
All right. So I'm going to keep your listeners and you on the hook.
Okay.
Have you ever had a woman stick her finger in your butt without asking?
No.
Okay. There's a guy that's talking right now that's raising his hand. That's another story.
And you just fell right in love.
No.
All right.
No.
It took more than that.
No, that was a one-night stand.
Oh my God, this guy! You are. This is chapter.
Look, I told you I wrote notes.
Oh my God,
love it.
So during that time, I ended up going to Vegas for my 40th. Actually, it was 2 years before that. It was 2 years before my 40th, I think. Went to Vegas, and I was out of control, like confident.
Oh, okay.
And
peacocking a little bit.
More than a little bit.
Nice.
Did you go out there to bowl?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I went out there to party.
Okay.
When they tore the Hard Rock down, the original Hard Rock, I almost cried. I ended up. We were all playing blackjack at one table at the Hard Rock, and there was a girl in sequin shorts. I'm still friends with her, and she sent me a text not more than. She sent me a text February 4th, I think, randomly, and she just said, "I think there's your. It looks like you're sitting across the bar from me," and she lives in New York now. But
I can be.
Yeah.
That is me.
Right.
I've been stalking you for 10 years now.
She's married now. Yeah, damn it is right.
You're good at driving women to their eventual finder, huh?
The movie.
Oh, yeah. Good luck, Chuck.
Good luck, Chuck. Yes, that is exactly what I am. I swear to
Good
God.
luck, Stink.
Good luck, Stink. There's a movie in this.
All right.
But she was standing across the aisle in sequin shorts and hot as can be. And I was intoxicated with all my friends. We were drinking all day.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, I think she's a hooker. And my buddy goes, why don't you go find out? I go, okay.
That's all he needed.
Yep. I don't need
a lot of willpower in this guy. I can tell.
I wouldn't ask that question. No, there I'm going to deviate. I wouldn't ask that question.
I didn't ask it.
Okay. I'd just be like, hey.
You don't ask the question.
Right.
I was just smiling, and she was smiling back. And I was like, I'll find out quickly.
Right.
And I went over and talked to her. But when I went over to talk to her, she was sitting next to a heavier set lady playing slots. And I was like, hey, what's going on? She was like, I'm just hanging out with mom.
My mom?
Mm-hmm.
Was she hot?
No, she was not hot. So immediately, my intoxicated mind goes, that's her madam, and I'm going to get roped into something. It turned out to be her mom. I had dinner with him. And then we went out back to the pool area and fornicated out there. And then I brought her up to my room with my hockey buddy. And I almost missed my flight. Literally was
running.
No, I went to put my bank card in, or my card that I bought the ticket on, and I had actually missed my flight because it was 2 hours earlier, and my buddy screamed. This is one of my best friends who was he was my roommate, and he goes, what's wrong? And I go, I don't know. It says it won't take it. Like, I can't get my ticket. And so I went up to the counter and I was like, hey, I can't check in. I don't know what's going on. And the lady was like, well, do you want to know why you can't check in? My hair was so jacked up.
You had bedhead?
I got out of bed I had 2 hours of sleep, if that. I looked like a wreck. And she goes, do you want to know why you can't check in? And I said, yes. My buddy is standing 2 feet from me because he wants to hear it so he can announce it to all of our friends. And she said, because your flight was at 7:48. your flight's at 7:48. Do you know what time it is? And I was like, it's 9:30. And she goes, guess you can't make that flight.
It was like Edie McClure in Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Right.
Oh, what?
And I said, look, here's my card. Just get me out of here as fast as possible.
She goes, that plane's already landing in Indianapolis.
Right.
And my buddy goes, hey, Steak didn't make his flight because he was spooning with a hooker. Everybody in the airport in Las Vegas looked at me, and I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. The hockey players.
You should have just raised your arms like rock.
Champion.
That's me.
I couldn't. I had been up drinking until like 3, had sex till 5, and had an hour of sleep. So
this could be one that nobody can listen to on speaker.
Right.
With the headphones on.
Well, he kept it safe, though,
He
with
did.
fornicating.
Fornication.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Turns out, though, that she was not a hooker, and she was actually a very successful person and ran the montage in Laguna Beach.
Nice.
Wow.
I ended up going back out there and met her. And I got to tour the entire place. Got pictures of $1 million pizza oven that they have there.
$1 million?
Yeah, $1 million.
What's that thing do? Make the pizza itself?
And jerk you off all the
Hey, and then makes you not feel bad about yourself in the morning.
Right.
It tells you you're positive.
I put my dick in it for like 16 hours.
$1 million pizza oven? Yeah, that thing better.
Yeah, but do something.
Yeah, it's
Tell me I'm pretty.
special features.
Right.
They kicked me out because they were like, you have to go. It's 16 hours. Like, no, I don't.
Greatest pizza oven ever.
Right.
And the pizza sucks.
Right. A hooker brought me.
So this is where the STD conversation comes.
She's not a hooker, but she likes banging randoms in Vegas
Sounds like
and
hooker
spread
to me.
around the craps. I love it.
I should have brought Advil.
I've got some. I can go get you some if it gets that bad.
So I was going to go back out there and meet her. Like, so I went out there and met her, and we had dinner and did everything. Let's go back out, and she was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I'm having an episode."
Episode.
Yes, episode.
A flash, like it's flaring up.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. I thought you were hooking us on something. Okay.
I don't know what episode means until she said, "I didn't tell you, but I have herpes."
That's what I meant. A flare up.
Well, I don't know.
Herpes.
We don't know the vernacular.
I'm sorry. The
STD
guy.
guy.
The medical. No.
Right.
The medical in me came
Yeah.
out. No,
you
that's
look a
what-
little fishy to me.
Did you learn that from Barnabas?
No,
Right.
no. That's what I
call
thought.
BS.
I know you were
Yeah.
going. I know where you were going because
yeah.
it's a flare up thing. It's not constant.
Yeah, she was like,
Right.
I got something on my
Where's
lip.
Krista?
She's upstairs. No. Trust me, that's the medical in me.
I didn't know. And I was like, we use protection, obviously. And she was like, yeah, I just don't, we're not going to be able to kiss or do anything, but we can do other stuff. And I was like
bus stuff?
I went there, but in my head, I didn't say anything whatsoever. I was
I don't even know if I want to get on the train with this guy.
Well, no, not now.
Kyle's like, this is awesome because I'm feeling so much better about myself.
I'm right. Well, what's bad is I'm right here with him. Other than the flare up thing, I haven't had to deal with that. But short of that, I'm liking it. Yeah, because when he said flare up, I was like, flare up? Like osteoporosis?
you thought she was on a boat?
I don't know. I have shingles? I don't know.
Osteoarthritis? Your knuckles are
Doesn't
swollen?
Pfizer make a drug?
Voltaren works on that.
I don't know.
You know
Where's the dubby?
I got
you
one
rub
for
some
you.
dubby on it and it's taken
I
care
got
of.
a great one for you. So with that in mind, the herpes in mind, or the oh, that's too bad. He just showed a picture. That's too bad. She is hot. I was when I was in pharma. when I was in pharmaceuticals, the national sales manager came to ride with me, and she was smoking. She was really good looking. And we're standing in the sample closet because pharmaceutical reps, you go to the sample closet, you leave your samples. And I'm standing there, and I make this joke. Now, this joke is either going to catapult me to awesomeness or
have you doing a podcast in the basement.
or get me fired, right? So I look, and I see there's Valtrex. Like, Valtrex is herpes. I look, and there's a box of Valtrex, and I said out loud, I go, oh, Valtrex. I said, this is when I was single. I said, that's what my girlfriend takes for heartburn. and this national sales manager, this woman, her face goes blank and white. She's like, that's not for heartburn. And I said, it's not? What? And she looks at me, and I said, oh, maybe it's Acifex is what she's taking. I go, I don't know what that is. and so we get in the car, and I told her, and I thought, well, this is where, and I became legend at that company.
A legend.
So that tied so well into your story, Stink. I never thought I'd get to tell that in association with
that's a good
story.
one. Yeah, right.
Been apart for so many years.
Yeah. Could have used it years ago.
So, yeah. And she sent me a text. I got in trouble. That's randomly not talked to her in like
10 years, it sounds like.
10 years. She sent me a text.
She had a flare up, and it reminded me of Stink.
I got this burning sensation.
And you know what I'm going to think of?
Burn, hunk of love.
Right. You rewrote the song, man. You changed lives, man. You just changed lives.
Yeah.
So who'd you get in trouble with? This is your ex, the one that we're going to get to?
Yeah, the one that started this entire podcast. The
episode. Wait, so she saw this text from this girl?
Yes, we were watching
Love is Blind.
Right.
watching The Bachelor.
You're, how many times have you said that on this podcast?
That's 3.
Love is Blind. Like, yeah.
That's
come on, lay off.
Terrible.
Get a new show.
Nick Lachey is my guy. Because he was married to Jessica Simpson. So
I saw the poster in the bathroom.
Right. Nick Lachey, I love you. Swear there's a hole where it's
biggest fan ever. Why is it autographed? Why has it got X's and O's on it?
Right.
Nick's my guy. Nick's my guy.
Did you autograph it with something else?
My lips. Never mind. All right. So you got this text.
Yeah. So that kind of like segues into the reason that there was an issue. One of several.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, So we get that she's going to be jealous, but did we know that she was really jealous, like at the beginning of this relationship?
Is she a jealous
person?
Or
did last Saturday and then just she's off the rails?
It.
How'd
you meet the crazy?
Yeah, let's start
the
there.
last crazy, not
this one,
all
most
of them.
recent.
The most recent crazy. How'd you meet this one?
Okay, here's the hook. I'll call it a hook.
Okay.
In between Laguna Beach.
Okay.
I moved to Georgia.
That's right. I remember that.
I got attacked in Georgia. I spent time in jail in Georgia. Not a night. So, like time. Because I was attacked.
Like an overnight. That's no big deal.
Yeah.
I may or may not have done.
From experience. He'd be a great character witness for you because he's you.
He's been in jail. That happens.
And so a quick synopsis on how I met this person is I used to work for a consulting company as a quality engineer, supply chain management, quality person. And I was traveling a lot, which bodes to the ability to be a male whore.
Yep. I can see that.
Yeah, right. Just calling myself what it is.
Right.
And so you can get on Tinder. I got banned from Tinder, by the way.
Okay, I've never heard that.
How do you get banned from Tinder?
I don't need to, he's going to tell us, I guess. I don't know. Tinder wasn't around when I was single, so I'm not familiar.
I posted a picture of my porn stash with a T-shirt that I still have that I made personally of my buddy, the Mexican word of the day guy.
Yeah.
My buddy who was in the bedroom in Vegas looks just like him.
Okay.
And so we have a golf party every year, and I made shirts up of the Mexican word of the day, and it said free mustache rides. Our theme for the golf outing, which is always Kentucky Derby. Now it's Preakness Stakes because better weather. But there's always a theme. That theme is figured out during Friends Thanksgiving or Christmas when we're all trashed.
Okay.
End of the night, we make up a theme. Our theme was porn stashes. At that time, I worked at a pharmaceutical company, and we had to grow full beards our goal was porn stashes.
Right.
You've probably seen it on my Facebook.
Maybe. I'll have to look now. I'll have to go back and look now.
It's on there. It's never going to go away. I'm not going to hide that shit. 32 days, 27 days, something like that. I grew a full beard, and everybody was like, nope, Movember or whatever it's called was like way back then. I was like, look, I'm a child, and all of my friends are, and they have this idea, and so I just have to do it. And I grew the best porn stash you could imagine, and I put it on Tinder. I got banned.
For that?
Somebody reported me. And one thing
that's some girl's boyfriend on there. Like, why are you talking to that guy?
Him and Tom Selleck. No,
a damn good beard.
Get him off here.
Yeah, we can't have you two on there. All the other shit going on there. Like Pornhub.
Here are the two mustaches that will not be on.
Dude, I almost dated my boss's ex-wife.
Oh my God, this guy just goes on like his tree. You know, you got branches. I thought we'd stay on the main branches. He's going into littler branches that are just as bad as the big branches.
I moved to South Bend for an aerospace job and worked there and was on Tinder or some, I don't know, that
Grinder or
Plenty of Fish.
No, I'm not.
Judate.
No.
Judate. Is that really one?
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
So's
I like the sites that that are like, well, I don't fuck on the first date. That is an immediate
yes, you do. You're on Tinder. That's why.
Right.
Stay away from my butthole. It's happened. It's happened before, and I want to know before you do it.
That's permission. Kyle.
All right, Kyle. I'm
just
with
You guys could hang out together, man.
You just do what you got to do. You just do what you got to do.
Did we just become best friends?
We did. Yes,
we did. Do you want to do karate in the garage?
Yup.
Can we make bunk beds?
Yep.
Quit calling me sir.
So you were up at South Bend. You got on Tinder and you found out it was your boss's wife. Is that where this is going?
Oh no, that was just a random. We never dated, but
you don't date people on Tinder, do you? You just
well, yeah, you bang them. But we were talking. She was like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "I'm in aerospace." And she was like, "Oh, well, my ex-husband owns an aerospace company." And I was like, "Oh shit! There's only two here, and
the other guy's dead."
I got a 50. The other guy's dead.
Not dead. There's only two. There's Honeywell and this other company. And that's it. And he obviously didn't own Honeywell.
Right.
Her last name wasn't Honeywell. So it's like, must be my boss.
And I said,
he's listening to this right now. Huh. Where's Stacy?
Stink? I knew it.
Damn it, Stink.
You had eggs in my house for breakfast. You went on vacation with us, Stink. We can't get into the vacation stuff.
So we're sitting there texting, and she goes, oh, well, who do you work for? And I go, do you have a daughter? Because I had met the daughter.
Right.
That's about 4. And she goes, you work for my ex-husband. And I said, yeah, I think so. I'm not going to confirm it, but yes. And she goes, it's probably not a good idea that we see each other. That's
It's an ex. That's okay.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, I wouldn't put myself in that position. Kyle, we are so much more different than I thought we were.
no.
Look at this, morals and ethics.
Hey.
That's me, Kyle. The other
I'm over here.
The road let's take it is Kyle.
Hey, they're not married. It's okay.
It was okay.
See?
My moral compass, I have one that has no direction, and I have one that is dead solid. It just depends on the day. It really does.
Hey, I know. You need. I got some stuff upstairs that might help you.
No, it won't. It will not. So I
Compass, huh?
Compass. Write it down. We'll talk about it.
Let's talk about that.
Kyle's like, I should go by the sun.
what's
It's night out. It's okay.
I'm in a different county. My compass is off.
Right. I'm in a different area code.
So before all of that, before the South Bend stuff, and after divorce, the bowling person, she was 6 years older than me, had 2 kids, did not pay for shit, and I got in on that house, and I was paying for everything. I'm like, look,
She roped you in, bro.
It's you and your 2 kids,
Go ahead.
and
Playing hangman over there.
oh, okay.
I guess we're
We're
going.
gonna,
Hey,
Daddy, don't worry about what we're best friends
you
now.
want me to fill in the gaps here?
No, I know exactly what he's asking.
Oh God. Is this the Helen Keller version of this? Where
Yeah.
they're supposed to figure it out.
Sorry.
Okay.
Kazmuha. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
So
All
anyway,
right.
so we'll go back. So she wasn't paying for anything. Her ex was extremely wealthy. Paid for all the kids' college when they got divorced. Paid for her car. She had a stipend that was going out, and
And she used it. Boy toys.
Right.
I love it.
yes,
I'm a fan.
and then stopped using me as a boy toy. During all of this, in case any of your listeners care to hear, I actually am a good guy.
Yeah. No, you're a good cat. You're good, dude.
I went to India and taught math and English for 2 weeks to kids in the slums. When I came back, I was, I'm not going to say what school district, but I was a
Counselor. I was a counselor. That's all this shit.
I got voted in to be a board member to an education foundation, and then within 3 months, I got voted to vice president of that, and I did that for 3 years. So that
There's some good in there. There's good in there. More good than bad.
What?
You're just highlighting the bad.
Here's what I will say to that. This is what I say to everybody. The stuff that you did yesterday led you to today, and I'm kind of digging the guy that I'm meeting today. So
exactly.
first blush, yeah, I think good dude. Just did some stuff.
You're just excited to hear this story.
I did some stuff. I'm not going to tell all my BS on here.
I'll tell mine. I don't care.
Some of mine needs to be
erased.
Yeah.
So ended up, she 6 years older, obviously, and having some problems. We ended up starting to have issues. I was part of a Facebook group. I won't say what Facebook group that was. It's an offensive Facebook group as far as trying to offend people. The only way to get in is if you're not offended. And
You'd be great at it, Kyle.
I'm in one of those groups.
How are you?
Yeah.
probably in the same groups.
Maybe.
Oh my God. Is this an intervention for me that I'm not?
Yeah,
that
right.
I'm not on the.
What's wrong with you?
Let's talk, Jason. We care about you.
I'm sorry.
You
Guys.
need to come
Right.
to Jesus.
Right.
Is that
Hey.
where he hangs out?
The only thing is, there's 3 of us down here, and 2 of us are wearing collared shirts, look like adults.
I had softball practice.
Right. You didn't play
I was
anything.
going deer hunting.
You have
Right.
you have a singlet on. That's
Right.
not okay.
I was hoping a wrestling match.
Right.
We can wrestle later.
No, we're not.
You don't know. There's plenty of room down here for activities.
See, you
We'll
thought
just,
this.
we'll just get out one of my kids' balance beams or gymnastics mats.
We can.
Go.
I'm getting directed.
Right.
So I was, at the time, I took a severance package from the pharmaceutical company that I was working for. Started my own business as I was dating this person and took over the house and started traveling. And I went to Georgia a couple times, and some of the people in that group are from Georgia, and one of them was a somewhat attractive woman and happened to be close to their town. There being all the people in the group, some of them. And so we met up and hooked up, and I ended up moving to Georgia. I lost all my shit.
Like all of it? Like, what do you mean? Where? In Georgia or here?
Like if he took books down there, they try to keep them. That way no one can read. You can't bring books down here.
You're not going to train us.
That's right. You can spend a night in the clink, and we'll confiscate these books. Learning shoes,
These learning books.
shoes. Get those shit out of here.
You got me an educational toy.
The black guy I was in jail with said the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'll get to that really quickly. So I ended up breaking up with that girl and moving back in with my buddy, and took all my stuff, and then had a relationship with the girl in Georgia, moved a 26-foot box truck down to Georgia, furniture, everything. My $9,000 TV, clip speakers, everything. And didn't know she was a pill popper. Never saw it. And she was normal for 3 months. And then the last 3 months, it was a disaster. And
Like how?
she was a drunk pill popper, said she had 3 jobs. She was a psychologist. Had
Write her own prescriptions?
no, she couldn't write her name.
Couldn't write her name.
And so I started to find out about stuff, and I get left home with her kids. I was like taking care of her 2 kids. One of them was semi-autistic, and she'd be like, well, I've got to work. Well, one night I was like, hey, the older kid, he was like 13, 12 or 13, somewhere around there. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go get cigarettes at this corner gas station. Watch your brother. I'll be right back. I go, and I see her van in the bar parking lot. And she's supposed to be counseling somebody like a half hour away. Now,
Does insurance pay for that?
now let's preface this. The reason I noticed the van was because it has a dent in the back bumper. So I was like, that's her car. Not like a license plate thing or anything. So I was like, that's her car. I was like, hey, what's going on? She was like, oh, I'm talking to my colleague in the parking lot. I'll be home soon. I was like, okay. She came home. Went to bed.
Talking like that. Am I recreating the conversation?
She gets home, goes to bed, just crashes, and I see a receipt sticking out of her purse, and it was like for a large pizza and like 6 drinks, and I was like, that's not 30 minutes away. Number one, that's right around the corner, and I'm taking care of your kids.
And maybe you wanted some pizza.
Right.
Dude, that's where I draw the line.
Right.
A whole pizza.
You gotta have your priorities.
Look, I would have been okay had she brought leftovers.
Right.
There was no leftovers.
Just
it was a large
something.
pizza. I didn't get any. So I called her on it, and she went bonkers. And
Like you were following her. She gave you all that bullshit or something.
No. She went bonkers because I picked her up out of a bar with her pants down around her legs in a stall. It was absolutely insane.
This is marriage material.
No.
Stink.
Stink.
So,
okay.
That was another occasion where I found out she was a pill popper. I had to track her. I called her mom. I called everybody. I was like, I don't know where she's at. Her car is still here. Looked at the bar like 3 times. She was in the family side, laying in a stall with her pants down around her ankles.
Like Elvis. That's how Elvis went.
That's where she should have gone too. But
It's lint.
so yeah.
Maybe the pills were suppositories?
Dynamite, Kyle! Dynamite! That's why my brother thinks you're so funny, Kyle.
Just saying. I'm trying to put a spin on this.
Maybe she wasn't a bad person. She just couldn't reach.
Right.
Hit her head on the side. I get it, man. A lot of things could happen.
I'm feeling dizzy.
I could have reached. I'll be right back.